Hello everyone! So today I'm going to be doing I guess tutorial on how I do my brows. So how I fill in my brows. For tweezers, I don't know the brand, which I guess that's extremely unhelpful, but they look like this. They are just a dual-ended. One side has these pointy tweezers where I mostly use these for my eyelashes, like separating clumpy lashes, and then the other side is just regular tweezers, and I would compare these to Tweezerman. I just have had these for so long and I cannot remember for the life of me where they are from. As far as grooming them, I do have these just curved little tiny eyebrow scissors, and I like them just fine. They don't have a brand name on them, but really all eyebrow scissors I have found are the same or similar. Today I am going to be using the Anastasia Brow Wiz. So there's that. However, I have used the Anastasia Dip Brow Pomade before. I just find that it's harder to create the front of my brows exactly how I would like them to be with the pomade. However, I really should just keep practicing with it more. And I do have a couple brow gels that I use, and I have the MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof Brow Set in the lightest shade of blonde. And then I have my Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara in the lightest shade blonde. So those are the brow products that I use, but I will stop rambling now and go ahead and get on with the tutorial. So as you can see, my eyebrows are very sparse and just not the most pleasant to look at when they are not filled in. I did pluck my eyebrows until there was hardly anything there when I was about 12 years old, and I'm 20 now, so that was a long time ago. However, this is kind of what it led me to, and so one summer I did decide to grow them out, and this is kind of what they look like after that. So don't pluck your brows, ladies. At least not as much as I did. And if I do, if I have a picture floating around somewhere of them, I will insert it right here. So yeah, now they're grown out and they're pretty average. I don't think that they're very bushy by any means. I wish that they were a little bit more, but that's okay. And if you look closely in the front portion of my brows, there's like missing hairs, and that is not because I plucked them. That is because that is just how my brows are. So they've been like that my whole life, as well as my whole family. My mom and my sisters and I, we all have this unfortunate little brow shape, I guess. This is what they look like before, and I'm so thankful that I discovered this product, and it is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Wiz in the shade Taupe. This is the lightest shade since I do have blonde hair, and I find that it is the most natural thing that I have used thus far, and I am loving it. So let's just go ahead and get started. So first I'll take the spoolie end and just comb them through. Then I'll take the crayon side, and I usually start at the top, right about up here. I don't go all the way in. I kind of start a little bit before that because I want the front to look a little more feathered. And I just, in small strokes, work my way across. I'll just take that from this point and drag it down in light strokes. So now that we have that main shape, I usually don't comb through them too much until the very end, but this is what the top of the brow shape will look like. From this point, I will go to the front of the brow. So this is kind of the part that I have only recently figured out. Instead of taking it across from this point to here, I will start right here, just start filling that part in, and I go at an angle, and you just want to draw a line following the natural angle that the brow has set. It does look a little funky right now. For the most part, this is the shape that I'm wanting. From that point, I will take the spoolie and kind of press hard and move the product upward. And if I keep doing that, it'll start to blend. And so now it's more of a faded line. And so then I would take the product and just start lightly feathering upward in the sparse section until I find that it looks filled in enough. That is kind of where I would stop. And then I would just make sure that the rest of the brow doesn't have any sparse areas. Sorry if I'm getting a little out of focus. This is a little hard. And I don't usually do much on the bottom. So this is what it looks like before I comb them out. And so now what I do is I just kind of take my spoolie and make sure that there is no harsh areas with too much product. And if I see anything that I feel like I need to touch up, I will. As you can see, the difference is quite dramatic. That is how I fill in my brows, and I will do this one and be right back. I have two different brow gels that I use to set my brows, and the first one that I have is the MAC Pro Longwear Waterproof Brow Set. Since it does give off a little bit of a color, I don't prefer to use it whenever I have filled in my brows. I just find that it looks a little cakey sometimes and is just too much for me. So I did pick up this Maybelline Brow Drama Sculpting Brow Mascara in the shade Blonde, the lightest one. With the wand, the shape that it is, it just can't apply an opaque amount of color. And so I did find though that it is really awesome for just setting the brows because it doesn't give a lot of color, but it does hold them in place. So I just take that and will run that gently through, and I don't have to dip it in again. And I just run that through, and usually I will take my spoolie again and just make sure that that is all smoothed out. And that is pretty much it. I am not an expert by any means. I can already point out a few flaws. However, this is what I do for my brows every day, and I just figured why not share the techniques that I use with y'all, because I know that I had a really hard time figuring out brows. It is a hard thing, especially if you're just getting into it. It takes a lot of trial and error. So I hope that this video was helpful, and if you do have any more questions about this or about anything that has to do with my brows, please leave them below. I would love to hear feedback from y'all. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.